Hello, back to what up? My name's Beast, and today we're back with a Maiden Serenade again. I'm not gonna faff around for too long. The only thing I will mention is I don't think you're supposed to have herbalism level 6 before the end of the tutorial in Kingdom Come Deliverance. But I did. Yeah, I started Kingdom Come Deliverance today, streaming it to someone, to essentially the guy that convinced me to buy it when it was on sale. And apparently, I'm just cursed because I fucking collected enough nettle during the opening hours to get resistance at level 6 herbalism as well as flower power. I'm trying to find something to eat. I accidentally got locked into a private area because I was trying to follow someone thinking that maybe the food is that way. And just as I followed him into the room, he closed the door behind him. So I was just locked in a fucking trespassing area and couldn't get out. Thankfully, he just opened it back up and let me back out again. There was just a bunch of weird cursed shit like that. You know, alongside the 15 pounds of nettle. Anyways, she Shizuata eventually gives in to Matsuru's insistence that she only wants to see what their activities are like, despite the fact that the swim team has halted the after-school practices due to the upcoming finals. Swimming club members, on the other hand, do gather after school, but whether they actually enter the pool to swim or not is based on their mood. More often than not, no one even touches the water. Of course, I didn't have my swimsuit on me, but Matsuri insisted she'd find one for me, and she actually did. I had no choice but to go change in the dressing room while frowning at the strange turn of events.
Takumi!
Do I really have to turn to you every time you call me?
いいじゃない。ちょっと責任取ってもらうだけなのに。
That's precisely why I won't turn to you. For some reason, I'm the only guy she ever shows herself off to.
最近ね、ちょっと胸が育ってきたんだ。
What the heck, seriously? Through sheer willpower or something?
もう釣れないんだから。あ、でもおろしたての水着だから感想くらい聞かせてよね。
Got to have Matsuri, didn't you? Close my eyes and let out a long sigh. Inside of Miyabi's clothing rubbing against each other is so unbelievably annoying to hear. Wait, did I just hear something else?
気にせず着替えてしまえばいいのに。よく言うと思うんだ。減るものではないと。あなたの前では減るような気がしますわ。羞恥心などが。心外ですよ。ねえ、水香さん。いや、私も見られてるのはちょっと恥ずかしいんですけど、私も。そうかい？でも二次元の女の子は仲のいい者同士で胸の大きさを比べたり、実際に持ったりしてじゃれ合ったりしてるけどな。女の子ってそうなの？男子の妄想だったりする場合も多いけどね。男性の、しかも漫画の類と比べられましても。しかしなんでこんなこと思うんだろう。願望だろうけどさ。まさか実は男子って生き物は自分たちが日常的にこういうことをしているのかな。比べるってことですの？たーくんが仮にでも具体的な名前を出さないでください。どうしてです？だって想像…いえ、何でもありません。先輩、顔が赤いですよ。まつりさん。でもたーくんのなら知ってるし。はあ？幼なじみだっけ？子供の頃の話でしょ。たくみさんが何ですか？そうそう、子供の頃の話です、もちろん。なんですの？今の怪しい沈黙の間は。これは詳しく聞かないといけないな。詳 しくって確かこういう方なんですのその手振りは。あれ違いました？なんでやめてしまうってそうではなくて。これはまた何と言うべきか。何の話なんですか？たくみ、見て見て私の水着姿、そして感想をって何作ってるのたくみ。脱いだ制服を結んで紐？
I just want to hang myself right now.
私の水着姿がそんなに絶望感を。
To protect myself from being crushed, I decided to ignore the hot topic of the moment, my lower body. We then proceed to do warm-ups and stretches.
それで水泳部の活動内容だけど、何から教えて差し上げればいいのかしら。先輩、実は私は部活に入るつもりがないんだ。いや、ここに来るまでにそんな性格じゃないかとは悟ってましたけどね。
Aside from Shirasato, seemingly exhausted already, the other members seem to be enjoying themselves.
泳ぐの久しぶりです。そうなんだ。誰かイルカとか持ってきてないの？
That's a swim club for you. Even though I'm a member, I don't really want to be seen together with them. Did I make the right choice?
水に濡れても足が魚に戻ったりしないね。
Don't tell me you made us come here just to check. It's sad that even after having transformed into a human, a mermaid will turn back to their original form if their feet get
それもあるけどね。君たちの部活に興味を持ったのも本当さ。
That's what you heard? And what's your first impression?
別にないけど、面白そうだと思ってやってみたら、意外と本当に面白かったかな。
What a free spirit you are.
そうだ、白里先輩。聞きたいことがあるのだけど。あれ？聞こえないのかな？
That's because I'm with
どう
you.
いうことだい？
Well, she doesn't want to see men. She doesn't want men to see her in her swimsuit.
へえ、今時珍しい奥ゆかしい人だね。
That may not be the only reason.
どうかしたかい？
That's just. Are you fine being seen like that?
私が？意識したことなかったな。
That's a little extreme.
とりあえず先輩のところに行ってくるよ。
Off she goes.
白里先輩、何かしら？
Hey, what am I doing eavesdropping on him? Come to my senses and drive my attention away from him. I'm sure they'll just talking about the mermaid being preserved inside the shrine. Matsuri did say something like that before. Well then, what should I do now? I'm not in the mood to swim at all. Guess I'll go lie down inside the pool.
勝負なさい。あなたたちみたいに遊びで泳いでる人は我慢ならないの。負けた方がここから出ていくのでどうでしょう。負けるのが嫌なら降参していただいても構いませんけど。逃げない姿勢はご立派ですけど、後悔することになりますわよ。負けた。情けなんていりません。自分から言い出した約束は必ず守ります。やめて、黙って。そんな優しさなんて惨めになるだけです。ほら、止まらなくなった。こんな顔絶対見せたくなかったのに、責任取りなさい。私が落ち着くまで。さあ、たくみさん、お疲れですか？
Not sure. Just zoned out for a bit there. Wonder how long it's been. Take a look around to see what everyone's up
人
to.
形ですか。見解は個人のものですからね。実家で祀っていますが、私は否定的ですけど、ただ助力を求められるのでしたら惜しむつもりはありません。その手の伝承ならあの子の方が詳しいかしら。よかったら紹介しますけど。それはとてもありがたい。感謝します。
Trying to remember where that conversation is at. I guess I wasn't dozing off for that long. The memory sure came flooding
あ
back
の子の意
though.
向も聞かなければいけませんけど、早い方がいいのかしら。だったら今晩ささやかながら私と塩根さんの歓迎会を開くことにするから、 よければあなたたちも参加してくれないかな。開くことにするってどちらで？喫茶店マーメイドさ。
Seriously, I miss those days, White. What'd you just say? Can't be serious. That night, I don't know how you did it, but we've actually ended up holding a small welcome party for our Unforrtunate mermaid. I wonder if time flows at a different rate for you, Matsuri.
どういう意味だろ
Oh no, let my brain catch up to you. Catch up with you.
う？そうかな。
It's like you took an idea from just a second ago and made it a reality.
それは違うよ。
Really?
できることをやってるだけのことさ。できることなんだから要領さえ得ればすぐできる。
What about the opposite?
逆にできないことはいつまで経ってもできない。私はできないことの方が圧倒的に多いさ。そんなものだよ。
Don't have to brag. You may be right, but I'm still impressed by her ability to take action.
本日はお招きいただきまして。
She even brought these Shidasato to my house. A feat impossible, too scary for me. When I'm still baffled trying to comprehend her mysterious powers, the next situation unfolds before my eyes.
まつりさん、先ほど学校でお話ししました私より墨の絵の伝承に詳しいかもしれない子ですわ。
はじめまして、白里楓の妹、白里かりんです。
I think I've seen this Cheer girl somewhere before. She's occasionally glaring at me with incredibly scary eyes for some reason. Her sister's alright. There can be no doubt in their relationship. More importantly, I already know her for sure. It's Cotton. We played together quite often when we were kids, so it still feels pretty natural to call her that. My memories have gotten fuzzy though. Part of the reason I can regard her so casually is because she's younger, I guess. Either way, it is one hell of a reunion. Prefer to let bygones be bygones and start off on a new foot, but one look at her eyes and I know it's impossible. That sentiment will only grow come a later date. It's lunch break, a few days after the welcoming party for Shione and Matsuri.
なんだか疲れた顔してない？
Someone's been stalking me lately.
私全然そんな気しないけど。
We're not together 24/7, are we?
自意識過剰じゃないのかな。
That's pretty mean, you know. Well, I already know who the stalker is.
なんだいそれは。謎かけかい？
Does it sound like one to you? The thing I still haven't figured out is her reason for doing it. One time she was speaking inside the restaurant after I got back from school. As I went closer to talk to her, she just ran away. While she's doing me no harm by just watching me in secret, I wish she'd at least tell me why she's doing it. What am I gonna do now? What am I supposed to do now?
たっくみ
Amy, what's
ー。
up?
白里先輩が呼んでるけど、廊下。
Does she?
最近身の回りで変わったことはありません？
Are you talking about your little sister?
気づいていたんですの？
Well, yeah. She's been gentle to me, a far cry from the ever-angry senpai now.
最近帰ってくるのが遅かったりしたもので私の方でこっそり調べてみました。
What do you mean by in secret?
そのカリンの後をつけたりして。
This is alright, no doubt about it. She seems to have realized my expression as she straightens her back and
それで
continues.
どうもあなたに関係あるようでしたので。
Yes, I think I got a few ideas as to why.
そうですか。
Indeed, I do. I haven't seen the intensity of Karen's anger. I don't feel right talking about it, not even to her sister. She decided to ponder for a moment, then raised her eyes to look at me. Tense my shoulders out of reflex, expecting her to
あ
denounce
の子
me.
にせめて早く帰るよう言っていただけませんか？どうしました？
Well, I was expecting you to raise your voice to me and tell me to not go near your sister.
あなたは私をどう認識してますの？
Exactly as I've said. So let's out a long sigh.
私あなたのことは評価していますのよ。私とはうまくいきませんでしたけど。
Huh? What do you mean?
もういいんです。
She lightly touches her index finger to my lips, trying to stop me from speaking any further. It's so sudden my heart starts beating faster for a moment. I've been thinking for a while, and it feels like there's been a series of misunderstandings between you and me.
どんな内容で？
Do you think we can find the time to talk about it properly?
ごめんなさい。察してるかと思いますけど、私意固地なんです。
Why is she smiling like
今
that?
はカリンのことです。きっかけは？
I'm sorry, but I can't talk further because it involves your sister's privacy. Just like I mentioned previously.
あの病気かしら。
So you know about, can't seem to keep a secret, can I?
さすがにわかります。姉なのですから。あの子は私に知られたくないみたいだから知らないふりはしていますけど、あなたも私が知ってることは内緒ですよ。
Truly an unfathomable smile. But I know. I'm concerned about why she doesn't just talk to Cotton directly. She's the type who'll do anything she can by herself. But why not this time? Not to mention the circumstances. No, I don't have to think too hard about it. Just need to do what she asked of me.
それでどうにかなりますか？
Please hear me out as calmly as possible.
はい。
Your sister is watching us right now.
まさか。
Please don't move. She's observing us intensively.
どうしますの？
You don't have to lower your voice. That only makes us more suspicious. This may sound crude, but I think it's a good chance to lure her out.
いぶり出す？
Yes. I have to explain my plan to her we part ways. By the time I have a chance to check, Cotton is already nowhere to be seen. Well then, even though I've got permission from her guardian, I wonder if it'll go well. Jeez, maybe it's a bit too well. Maybe it's going a bit too well. As I let in my shoe blocker, I was expecting to get a text or an invitation to duel from her, but you know what? Isn't too far off. Come to the pool at 7 PM, huh? It's right before finals, so no one's there. The location's pretty isolated as well. She must have thought I was exposing her secret to her sister, and now she must want to put an end to it as soon as possible. I was wondering how low I had to go to bait her, but apparently just talking with her sister was enough.
何？
Nothing. Have something to take care of, so go and be yourself today. Brush music off if I had a place to kill some time.
構ってくださいってフラグよね。
そうなのか。
The dead night even familiar places like the pool become so creepy. Hey, I'm here. Even after I've raised my voice to notify them of my arrival, the person who sent me the letter still doesn't appear. It's already 7 PM, the designated time. If it wasn't a prank, she must be here somewhere. I proceed cautiously, if not to slip. Anyone out there? At that moment.
ようやく来よったか。
Huh? I was surprised to turn around to the voice behind me. And even then, that still isn't enough. I have to look up. There she is.
わらわの清掃を目にすることができるとは光栄に思いよ人間。わらわは闇の眷属、世界のうつろなるウロ、9つの夜の王、スイカ、ミストスレイブイグドラシル。待て、慌てるでないかいな。奴を殺すことなど視線でもできるが、それもまた退屈に蝕まれるだけ。
My astonishment rendered me speechless. Conan climbed up to such a high place, and the true form she's talking about must be that Gothel elite outfit she's wearing. By the way, the thing she called Manus and tried to stop is the pocket watch in her right hand. It's just a normal pocket watch, of course. It's not moving or reacting in any way. And she seems to be talking to it. This is extraordinary. Definitely not something you'd see from an ordinary person. What does she intend to do? She was humiliated by having her self-written novel read by a stranger. Will doing to solve a problem? No, there's no way it will. I have not the slightest idea what she's trying to achieve. So, why have you been stalking me lately?
真の闇に触れたのだ。死をもって償ってもらわねばならぬ。この雷撃で。
She reveals something black from her cuff. Wait. Tell me that's a stun gun. Wait, what the? Actually, it's just the TV remote. I almost got caught up in the
だ
middle.
が矮小とはいえ、生命を積むのも忍びない。あの写本の内容を忘れる。口外しないというのならば、見逃してやろう。
Ah, so you can't erase my memories or something like that.
力加減が難しくてな、うっかり貴様の脳を破壊してしまうやもしれん。
I see. She has invented all sorts of excuses, though she's looking kind of happy being able to use them in front of someone. Either way, I now know what her purpose is. She wants me to promise to keep it a secret. I don't know if I should feel glad that she's a good kid or disappointed at how she turned out. Anyway, are you fine with that? Should I really just forget everything? Promise I won't tell anyone anything you don't want me to. But doesn't that mean you yourself are refusing to accept the novel you've worked so hard on?
なんだと
Just to warn me if I have the wrong idea, but do you really have to feel so ashamed about something you've written yourself? I don't like that way of thinking at all. Seeing passionate people really hits home for me. Just like how I was feeling jealous of Matsuri. I find it so cool that she's able to embrace a passion that other people won't understand. Well, Matsuri herself wasn't so agreeable with the label of cringe. But so what if it's cringe? Look, this girl has brought some to life with her words. A novel, and that's a passion I haven't had the chance to find myself. It's just so sad to see her denying its existence, hiding it away from people's eyes. That's why there's one thing I have to convey to her properly. If it's okay with you, will you let me read will you let me read more of it? Yeah, it's possible I was the one who made her feel ashamed of her work. I gave up on reading just because I thought I wouldn't understand it. That day, if I told her how I felt properly when she took it away, maybe things would have turned out differently. Like when I told Shione that I liked her voice. She was clumsy about it, but it worked out well in the end. That's why I want to read what you've written, Karin. I think I can give you a proper review this time.
本当ですか
I'm sure this is her actual true self showing. Her tone of voice is returning to how it is normally. Yeah, so you don't have to go all out like this. Unless it makes her happy, of course. Let's go home for now, shall we? I'll walk you back to your place.
はい
Thanks, your sister's been worrying about how you've been wandering around at night. The tension inside me deflates, pushing out unintended words.
姉さんに言われて
Freeze on the
そう
spot.
いうこと
Wait, what do you mean? The aura around her is completely changed from before. You can sense it's palpable. She's expressing it with her entire body. It's rejection. And why? She just referred Kaide as her sister, and not by name like she usually does, didn't she? Something happened between them.
結局やっぱりそうなのだなわらわのことを理解せぬ痛々しく同情しているのだろう
That's not true.
だったら優しくしないでほしかった
No. I don't think I was going out of my way to be kind.
もうよいもう疲れたわらわはもう貴様の前には姿を現さぬそれでよかろう
No, it's not.
貴様とは二度と顔を合わせたくない
Seems exhausted as she turns to leave, yet in an instant her rage flares, silent yes, but overwhelming still. Rendering me speechless, I pauselessly watch as she leaves, but suddenly, no, don't do it! If I can take a single step. He throws the notebook she's holding into the pool. Ah! Legs keep moving, propelling me into the water. Why does shit like this keep happening to me? I shove the thought aside and pick up the floating notebook. When I bring it to her, she looks as though she still can't believe that I actually jumped into the pool. This is yours! There's so many things I want to say to her right now. However, I feel like doing so would invite a deluge of emotions and possibly distort the things I want to convey to her most. That's why I give the note back to her with the least words possible. So, think and finally come up with something. Please don't throw it away, it's very important. I know things may be difficult for you, not that I have any idea what it's like, but I really want to understand what you've written. I was hoping you could share your passion with me even just a little. I'm almost stepping by saying this, but still don't give up on yourself.
私はこのままでいいのか
That's not a responsibility I can shoulder. Please decide for yourself. If you still wish to live your life your own way, I can...
共有した
Yeah. Your
わ
passion.
らわの力を
Yeah. Wait, what? What just happened there?
わらわはこのままでいいのだな
Huh? Why is she making it sound like I 100% agreed with everything she does?
わらわはここにいてもいいのだな
Yeah, like I said, it's something you decide for yourself. Or rather, how did it turn out like this?
ういやつじゃういやつじゃほれこっちに来い濡れた顔を拭いてやろう
Don't you have any magic to take care of her? She takes out a handkerchief and gently wipes the water off my face. Then suddenly she used the handkerchief to cover my whole face. Some soft touches my lips over the thin fabric. No way. Did you just...
主従の契約だ
What do you mean by contract? Karin. No, she's outgrown. Such a cute honorific. Karin grins at me with reddened cheeks. What am I supposed to say to her now? All of a sudden, a frightening presence makes me turn my head. They followed me all the way to the pool? At least Shiona isn't here. I think she's at home practicing her self-introduction and preparation for her first day of school. If it isn't Shiona, who does that frightening presence belong to? No, it's just... What should I do? Here I am, trembling under the fierce glare of a beast out for blood. At the origin of all these troubles, girl standing next to me seems perfectly happy. Seal? Is that what she calls a heartbreaking experience?
わらを形成する世界が揺らぎ、輪郭を失おうとしたのも確か。先ほどの契約でカイナをソチの身に移した。これからはわらわを守るのだぞ。
Manus! Just give me that pocket watch, though. So it wasn't a watch, but some sort of spirit. Now there's a larger question at hand. In short, does this mean I've spurred her wild fantasies even further? Or does it look back at her in confirmation? Sorry, but can you explain in more simple terms?
責任を取れ。
Figures!
また転校生を紹介します。
片貝しおねです。よろしくお願いします。
The appearance of yet another transfer student stirs up the whole class. Having prior knowledge of the matter sure gives me a lot of composure. Matsui raised her small hand with straight fingers kept for the index finger and the thumb, which are connected at the tip, making a circle. It's your case sign for some reason. Then she proceeds to flip her hand down without changing any of the fingers. It's a money sign. What's she trying to do? On the other end of the classroom, Shiona is standing in front of the class, unable to decide whether she should perform the self-introduction she's practiced 1,000 times or not. Eventually, she gulps, seemingly having made it.
では、今日から期末考査ですので、みんな頑張ってください。
Speaking of which, did anyone tell Shiona about finals beforehand? Poor little girl.
わらわが呼んだのは貴様だけなのに、なぜこのような者たちまでわらわの姉やにおるのだ。
You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry.
まあまあ、気にしない気にしない。
わらわが気にするのだ。ごめんね。全然すまなそうじゃない。
ルールってお姉さんにバレなきゃいいのよね。ルール
って言うな。重木、貴様話したな。
Your sister would have found out right away if I hadn't asked for their help. She clings to me with teary eyes. Now she not only keeps her distance and has accepted me as a friend and can't push her away.
これが例の病気か。
そっち系のお友達ね。
いや、やはり私とは相入れないと思うのだけど。そう？似たような感じじゃない？そう言われるのはなんだか辛いな。これとは違う。これとは。
これとはなんだこれとは。こいつが一番敵外生物だ、注目。
You seem lovely lively today, don't you, Matsuri? I'm sure she's deliberately acting the antagonist to keep Karin from building a barrier around her.
からかうと面白いな。
Sorry, I guess I was wrong.
あなたたち
She's arrived. The one I fear the most, the one I haven't been able to work up the courage to face since that day.
こんなところで何やってるのよ。お姉ちゃん変わり身早っ。遊泳部は文芸部の邪魔をしないこと。
Juna's voice makes everyone's eyes focus on her. She just has that kind of mysterious power. But she doesn't seem to notice and keeps looking at me.
匠さん、見つかりました。私が学校でしたいこと。
Perfect, what is it?
私、部活に入りたいです。
はい、しおねちゃん、遊泳部入部決定。
遊泳部って、こないだの。
彼もいるぞ。私もいるが。
匠さんが在籍されてるんですよね。だったらそこで。
What, just like that? Or rather, when the heck did you join Matsuri? She just made that decision seconds ago, right after having determined Shiona's next course of action.
いや、でも注目は文芸部に誘おうと思って今日。じゃあ、私たちも文芸部に入っちゃおうか。
まあ、合併してしまえば問題はなくなるのかな。
遊泳部兼文芸部、略して遊芸部。物質も自動的に手に入るし。
Please stop making suggestions on when, okay?
名前は何でもいいような。
No, we'll regret it later. 100% sure about that. We'll keep swimming club name.
私はどうなるんでしょう。
あなたは部長よ。
面白そうだし。
What a terrible person. Yep, he's nodding in agreement.
部長が妹だったら水泳部もあまりうるさくできないでしょうし。
いえ、でも私は身内だからって甘くしませんわよ。ただ個人的には心配ですから、私も遊芸部に準部員として入部いたします。
いやー、何考えてるんですか、3年のこの時期に。
あなたたちにはお目付け役が必要でしょうから。
She also further comments that you'll need to go to both clubs for a while longer anyway.
カリンが夜遊びをやめたみたいで、ありがとうございました。
She blushes as she thanks me. Stand by. I feel like right at this moment we can truly understand each other.
まあ方法については後ほどじっくり話し合う必要がありますけど。
Shuna, let's do our best with the club.
あ、こら。
Her suggestions were so scary I decided to feign ignorance and shift my focus to the bright future.
お姉ちゃんまで。
Don't worry, all this will help you out.
頼むぞ重木よ。
You switch modes really fast, don't you? At any rate, just like before, so many new things have come into our lives. I wonder if it's okay. I wonder if it's going to get even busier from now on.
差し当たってはテスト期間中だけれどね。
Oh. Studying for the finals and transfer students.
あれ？禁煙中？
What?
ターくん？ターくんってば。
Yeah. Oh, music. We just finished the last test of the second day of our 4-day exam period. Momentary feeling of freedom engulfs the whole classroom. I'm listening to people's lighthearted chat as music comes and talks to me. What's the matter all of a sudden? Are you feeling despair halfway through finals? Music flinches for an instant.
大丈夫。ここからはゲージを気にしないで調筆連発できるから。
What's with the clenched fist? Your health meter's already in the red, isn't it? All the bridges are burned.
使わざるを得ないよね。あれを。
I actually hoped you weren't in dire straits, though. You don't expect to get away with everything as long as you make it a joke. Her eyes may look full of hope now, but her fate was sealed the moment she pulled out the fighting game metaphors. So, what was that? Quit smoking? Me? What for? I don't even smoke. Alright, smoking kills your taste buds. Not interested. At least for now.
知ってる。じゃなくてね、さっきのターくんの顔、禁煙中のお父さんと似てたから。
Your dad, huh? Whoops, quick dive. Still a little brat when I last saw him. I was scared of his grim face. Had to muster all my courage just to greet him. How do I seem like him?
何かを気にしないようにして、ずっとそわそわしてる感じとか。
Look like that
って
to
い
you?
うか、さっきから私と話しながらチラチラ目で追ってるよね。
Well,
言ってあげないのかい？
even Matsuri has
私
shown
の
up.
時もあったけれど、お約束とはいえ、あの洗礼は彼女の性格では大変だろうに。
Yeah, we're taking care of it, so things should be
どう
okay.
か言って、ずっと見守ってるくせに。
Nah, I just thought they seemed to be having fun. You know, he's got Matsuri full of my eyes and turn around to look. He's over there in the middle of a crowd.
どこから来たの？
What the fuck?
さっき都心だって言ったでしょ。はい次。好きな芸能人いる？そんなの聞いてどうすんの？却下。
彼氏とかいますか？
それ聞いてもどうにもなんない却下。
の携帯メアド教えてくんない？
それは。
心して聞きなさい。MIYABIN @I.
それおめえのじゃねえか。
みやびん、自分だけ片貝さんといつの間にか仲良くなってずるいぞ。そうだ。この子は私らと違って繊細なのデリケートなの純粋バイオ温室育ちなの。こっちの水になれるまで私がフィルターになるからね。
お横暴だ。
Let me glad the ruckus. It's right in the middle of the finals, so even though the second out of season transfer student may have escaped her fate doing homeroom, there's nothing I can say for now that classes are over. The second day, looks of it, she Her suffering may continue for a while.
みんな好ましい人たちだけど、彼女の性格ではすぐに打ち解けるのは難しいだろうね。
手伝ってあげればいいのに。
Why don't you do it? She's old enough to take care of herself anyway. She asked for help, it'd be simple. But if Miyabi weren't there for her, it'd be another story. With the way things are now, nothing good will come out of me interfering, saying I'm a friend. I'm not entirely sure it would end up this way, but if I step in, I feel like I'd be taking away her options. She only seems to have experienced so little contact with friends and people her age that I want her to enjoy a new life in this school. My gang and I may have gotten to know her first, but that doesn't mean she's bound to us. Even if that's what we want, then we must take the corresponding responsibility. Oh, there are also other perfectly sound reasons why I shouldn't get close to her, though.
でも、しおねちゃん心細そうだよ。
誰かを探してるようにも見えるかな。
Peek at her through the gap of the crowd. She looks uncomfortable being surrounded by classmates. Considering how shy she is, I guess this look of mild discomfort is the best she can muster. At that moment, yo, our eyes meet. I slightly raise my hand to greet her.
あー、しおねちゃん、なんかすごくほっとした顔してる。
心境の変化でもあったのかな。興味深いね、たくみ。
Can you two stop making such pretentious remarks? More importantly, please. Like I said, why are you staring at me? She's looking at me like an abandoned kitty, so innocent yet painfully helpless.
でも、こうやって遠くから見ても、やっぱりしおねちゃんは女の子って感じだよね。
あの容姿に控えめな性格だからね。多少強引にでも押せばうなずいてくれそうだと考える男子生徒は少なくないんじゃないかな。
Alright, I'm going over there for a bit.
KO されちゃった？
お姫様の救出会？羨ましい限りだね。
Just remember this one day, no matter how much you two might hate it, I'll interfere in your business the exact same way. Leaving behind some nonsensical parting shot, I leap toward the crowd. Not that I have a plan in mind. I just feel like it'd be better for me to get there to be close to her. Force my way to a position where she can see me.
シチリ
Yo, how was the test?
お前唐突に現れて夢から覚めるようなこと言うなよ。つか元諏訪さんに続いて片貝さんまで毒牙にかけるつもりか？
What kind of person do you think I am?
守谷さんと幼馴染でみやびんの婚約者？
One of those things is totally out there. You must be talking about some shichiri from a parallel world.
だな。守谷さんと幼馴染じゃないお前も平行世界のどこかにきっと5万といるよな。
Not that one! Honestly, this is how our conversations
し
usually
か
go.
しお前ともあろうものが今回ばかりは出遅れたな。
Your shock is totally valid, but I'm a little concerned about the impression you have of me.
すでに俺は片貝さんのハートをキャッチしたと言っても過言ではない。言うなればハートキャッチ俺。
Nah, you're definitely exaggerating, and it might make you a bit better human being if you were to learn some self-control. Your mouth in particular needs work.
すでに俺は彼女の確信に迫る質問を済ませた。
I saw you asked if she had a boyfriend, then you were dismissed by Miyabi.
そんな俺の名前をきっと彼女は心の奥深くに刻み込んだはず。
I pity you. Speaking of which, what was your name again?
実はさっきから妙に彼女の視線を感じててな。
Oh yeah. Look over at Shione. Noticing me, she smiles slightly.
おお、見たか俺の力。
You're acting so pathetic. I don't know how to react.
いや、俺も驚いたんだ。俺と彼女の心の距離がまさかこんなに縮まっていたとは。
Dude, cool it.
クールさ、クールそのものだとも。なぜなら俺は次の質問で彼女と結ばれるのだからな。
Holy shit, dude, you're far from cool right now.
七里、お前は質問しなくていいのか？無駄なあがきだろうが一別くらいしてもらえるかもしれんぞ。一生の宝物だ。
You know so much about my life, huh?
質問、本当にいいのか？
I'm fine. I don't have anything I want to ask her right now, and even if I did, there's no telling how she or Miyabi would react. Not to mention if our living situation were to leak and be taken out of context, it cause a huge misunderstanding. Just need to be here in case some goes down and do my best to widen her possibilities.
はい、じゃあそろそろ最後にしようか。
はいはーい。
あら、もうみんないいの？
Male classmate 2 has been ignored.
だって結局みやびんが全部インターセプトしちゃうんだもん。確かに。確かに。じゃないよ。
With that said, everyone's just raising their voices to brighten the mood, not to blame or complain or anything. They all know how to enjoy a moment. This is how classmates give newcomers a warm
わか
welcome.
ったわかりました。じゃあ最後くらいちゃんと本人に答えてもらいましょう。
そんな。
Shiona immediately flusters and looks at me for help. I smile and show her a small nod, telling her not to worry.
おい、今また彼女が俺に。
Yeah, stop shaking my shoulders, Ikaruga. Accidentally said your name.
俺の名前を言っちゃいけないルールでもあったの？
Meanwhile,
わかりました。
seeing that Shiona's made up her mind, the crowd is invigorated.
じゃあ最後に質問するのは
俺はいはい
イカルガくん。
おお、さっきはスルーされたのに。
条件変えてからの質問の増え方がね。不穏な空気を感じたので最後まで挙げてたイカルガくんにと。
いい判断だぜみやびん。俺のたわいもない質問に恐れおののくがいい。ズバリお住まいはどちらですか？
あ、
What? Mara skips a beat to let my guard down, thinking it was almost over. His question is the one I feared most, one that could trigger massive misunderstandings. People find out about it one way or another, but considering the trouble we have to go through trying to explain, I'd prefer to keep it a secret as long as possible. I have a feeling Miyabi's looking at me asking for a solution. In this case, it's best to keep things ambiguous without any particulars. Nonetheless, because Miyabi had changed the rules earlier, Shiona has to answer this one by herself. You can see it now. She'll have to take a different question, or another, because she can't answer this one. I look directly at Shiona. She looks as though she's asking for my permission. To her, it makes me feel wrong to lie to her classmates who have been so welcoming. Even then, I don't think telling the truth is worth the trouble. After this, someone may ask her to study for the tests with them. You could make so many friends ahead if that were ruined by misunderstandings. It'd be a pain in the ass to explain to everyone. Seeing my nod, Shiona seems to have caught on to what I'm trying to convey and nods back at me.
私、わけあって、同じクラスの七里匠さんのお家にお世話に。
She's finally taking in the class's reaction. The last part's barely audible. It's like we're frozen in time. Silence dominates the previously lively classroom. Then... Ah! The whole class yapped at me in unison.
一体匠は何をしに行ったんだい？さあ。
He didn't walk in here.
ごめんなさい。
What the fuck happened here? Pretty sure the fridge was not there before. Shiona's bowing down deeply in front of me.
私、正直に話していいのかなってわからなくて。そしたら、匠さんがうなずいてくれたような気がして。
So you noticed my nod. Never mind. What you wanted to ask me was, can I tell them the truth? Yet I misread it as should have fudged the question I gave her
し
confirmed
か
that.
し結構な騒ぎになったね。みんなそういう話好きだから明日には振動してるんじゃないかな。
あることないこと言われちゃうのね。
The guys in class surrounded me in an instant. Things got even more dramatic when he kind of started wailing. You were playing with my feelings, weren't you? In tears.
すみません。しおねちゃんが悪いわけじゃないよね。
Can't expect people to find out about it sooner or later, and even if they did, you weren't doing anything wrong, so there was nothing to be afraid of. Rainforest music statement with a few words and a sharp
本当
nod.
にないの？
Sure about what?
やましいこと。だってほら一緒に暮らし始めたわけでしょ。
なるほど。お約束というやつだね。お約束というと。
ほらお風呂に入ってたらうっかり下半身を露出した匠が侵入してきたり、トイレで下着を下ろした瞬間うっかり下半身を露出した匠が間違えて入ってきたり。
Do I really look that dumb to you? Shiona's looking so embarrassed that her face is all red. I end up raising my voice in objection.
それって別に。
Can you shut up for a moment, Mizuka? Anticipating disaster, I hurriedly cover Mizuka's mouth with my hand. I whisper into Mizuka's ear. She tries to protest with a muffled voice. Go ahead, complain all you want about this. But do you realize what you're about to give away? One of those things I've strictly told you not to tell anyone. Do you remember my lecture the other day? After what happened at the pool? Glad you still remember. Squid Mize in disappointment while letting out a long, sad sigh. Jeez, please try not to forget these things. Personally, her openness toward me is nothing short of an ever-flowing spring of guilty conscience. You just won't stop doing these things no matter how many times I tell her.
二人して内緒話かい？
私とター君の間にはなんにもないよ。あんた
Some fine acting you've got there.
しおねちゃんどうなの？
Meanwhile, Miyabi seems to have sensed something with Shiona's reaction and keeps on pressing.
何もないです。
And I will be either, and I certainly won't be buck naked.
でももう一つ屋根の下で暮らし始めて何日か経つんだから。事件。
Meet eyes with Shione. Ah, speaking of which.
ほら、何があったの？言っちゃいなさい。
Shione started bringing me the newspaper.
その、たくみさん、毎朝読まれるみたいでしたから。
Mom always organizes a newspaper collection in Mermaid, but we wouldn't have any without someone to go out and bring them in.
そういうのは事件じゃなくてお手伝いっていうの。
That's because we hadn't had any accidents. Use your brain.
とか油断させておいて入ってくる気だわ。しおねちゃん、気をつけないと裸見られちゃうわよ。そんな。
You don't have to look at me like that. It's not what's going on.
ここで嫌そうでなく困った顔をするのが彼女だよね。
困っておるのはわらわの方じゃが。あ、かりんちゃんが喋った。ごめんね、のっけから濃厚な年上トーク展開しちゃって。空気を読んだだけじゃずいぶん待ったかな。
Surprisingly courteous, aren't
そ
you?
れに年なら貴様らよりわらわの方が1000年単位で年上よ。
へえ、1000年単位で。
なんじゃ。
いや、壮大な設定ですごいなと思っただけだよ。
設定でないわ。
おっと、そうだったね。ごめん。はて、私はさっき何か言ったかな？
Raising objection from Kata and Matsui tries to change the subject. It's too late though. She may have caused significant damage.
貴様、わわわおバカにす。
Kata had frozen mid-sentence. And obviously the gang won't let her off easily.
噛んだ。噛んじゃった。
大丈夫だよ。もう一度頑張って言い直そう。
It's a Kata explosion.
わわわの一人称は昔からわわわであった。既存の一人称に縛られぬ高貴な故障。そうであったな、重木。
I didn't know you were such a sore loser.
人間風情がわわわをコケにしようって。
Are you sure you want to go with that? Well, as long as she's fine with
重
it.
木、主たるわわわが命ず、奴を八つ咲きにしろ。
Kata points a finger.
やつだけに？
もう許さぬ魔女め、魔女狩りじゃ。設定的にはかりんちゃんの方が魔女みたいなものなんじゃないの？なんか言い得て妙って気もするけど。
No one's holding back with their jab.
何をしておる？行け、重木。
Why do I have to do
お
that?
願いだから。
Can't say no to that. Turn to Matsuri. Can't understand why you're pissed at her, but aren't you being a little mean? Looks at me and
逆
answers.
だよ、匠。
Yeah, upset.
私は彼女を好ましく思っている。
And why do you keep teasing
彼
me?
女の可愛い顔をもっと見たいんだ。
Holy cow, I didn't know you were such a sadist. Not gonna lie, I kind of
おっ
spooked.
と、好ましいとは言っても恋愛感情の類ではないよ。あくまでめでる感じだと思う。
Does that make it any better?
水中は避けよ、重木。魔女は沈めても悪魔に助けられる。確実に首を落とすのじゃ。
She seems serious and wanting to murder you. Still feel the same way?
報われないね。一方通行の思いとは。
Can't you find a more modest way to express your feelings? Well, either way, she doesn't seem to appreciate it, so turn it down a little, okay? Only fight for victory is assured is the motto I'm bringing to the battle.
構わないが心配だな。
About what?
いや、代替行為として同様に好ましく思う君に不器用な愛情表現とやらを発揮しないかと。
Colin, I'm sorry the enemy was too powerful.
なんと不甲斐ないやつじゃ。
Don't yell at me. I have to save my own
と
skin.
いうか、いい加減始めないかい？
Sure enough.
そうだ、そもそも何を始めるのだ。わわわを呼びつけるとは恐れを知らぬ重木よ。
Still sticking with that from now on, huh? She's adaptable, right? But in a very strange
そ
way.
もそも今はテスト期間中とやらだろ。貴様らの部活動とやらは活動禁止期間のはずだ。
人間世界のことに詳しいね。
別人格の記憶じゃからな。
Well, we met up yesterday as well, didn't we? Which led to the formation of this erratic gang, a club in name only.
だからね、そのテスト勉強をやろうと思って。
テスト勉強？なんじゃそのイベントは聞いておらぬぞ。
さっき決まったからね。
そんな一大イベントっぽいのがか？
Well, someone suggested we study for the test, and everyone else rolled with it, right?
はい。
Seeing his face brightened with a subtle
そん
smile.
な簡単なものなのか。
ほら、人間の団結力に愕然としてるわよ。あれそうなの？
それでどうしてわわわのネヤを選んだ？
Martin nervously raises her question.
だって匠がマーメイドはダメって言うんだもん。
何？
Going there for a meal is fine, but occupying the tables for hours to study is out of the question. It's my family's business.
それは仕方ないよ。私の家は引っ越しの荷物がまだ片付いていなくて悪いね。
うちは狭いからダメ。
私んち今日お父さんがいるんだ。たーくんろくに会ったことないのに。
Now I feel bad for some reason.
ただの幼馴染ってだけなのに。
Well, don't forget who's responsible for the misunderstanding.
そういえば匠の家の方じゃダメだったのかい？みやびちゃんが出入り禁止なんだよね。
華々しい前科があるのよね。
Then don't.
一体何が？
Well, having my room rummaged through probably wasn't that big of a deal. Even if some of my underwear mysteriously disappeared. Let's not think about that. I did consider making an exception, but now that everyone knows Fiona's staying at my place, I can't afford to take any risks. So basically, this place was our last resort.
なんじゃ、消去法のついでか。
Cotton concludes with findings with a sigh. Today we're here with purpose, but perhaps not by choice. We're here to study for the tests. Totally not my thing, but I figured we should do it anyway for Shione. She's gonna have a hard time making new friends because of what I did, so the least I can do is help her enjoy her time here more. I'd also like for all of us to get along better. Perhaps that will grow into something more, such as my hopeful plan. Cotton, don't tell me you haven't made a single friend after 3 whole months coming to school.
おるわい。朝挨拶とかするのが。
That might be more of an acquaintance than a friend.
そういうのは別人格の管轄なんじゃ。
She turns with her shoulders slumped. That's so. I found another reason to do this group study. What are first year's test subjects tomorrow? I might be able to help.
同情などいら
That's that bad, huh? I looked to my side. I suspect that she only seems lonely because my attention is elsewhere. But it's a good chance for her to get along with the others. Guess I'll feign ignorance for now. Cotton, how are your grades? I think I'm capable of teaching first year.
私はレベル64くらいかな。
ジョーのジョー。
普通くらいかと。私は
Hold on. I'm not asking you again.
水香ちゃんはなぜか保健体育だけは毎回学年1位よね。
Is that true, Mizuka? Mizuka screams as if the world were going to end.
みやびちゃん、それだけは秘密にってお願いしてたのに。
そうだからみんなも秘密にね。
たーくんに知られたら発情娘とかあだ名つけられる。
What kind of person do you think I am, dear childhood friend? I'm not that mean. Oh, well, everyone's good at something.
それが彼女は保健体育か。胸が熱くなるな。
私なら絶対嫌ね。
だってあえて勉強しなくてもなんでかいい点取っちゃうんだもん。
Ah, she's scary. Conversation sure went in a ridiculous direction. I got sidetracked, my apologies. So, how are you, Grace Cotton? What's wrong, Grace? Are they so bad? It gets you
わ
down?
わわは白里楓の妹だからな。
Ah,
中木、お前も思っただろう。あの白里楓の妹の成績が悪いわけ。
crap. Forgot to tell Shivasato about today's group study.
Huh?
The rest of the club members are here. I didn't even ask if she wanted to come or not. She finds out that I left her out. She's gonna hate me for sure. Did anyone else tell her?
携帯知らないもの。
同じく。というか匠さん知ってらっしゃるんですか？
Hey, Cotton, it's not too late to call her, right? With the situation looking even more helpless, I turned to Cotton for salvation. Cotton?
ああ、いや、姉御様は受験生だからな。 そっとしておくのがよかろう。
Are you
と
sure?
いうか真面目な姉御様と勉強など地獄だぞ。理解するまでノートから目をそらすことも許されぬ。
Alright, let's leave Shirasato out of this. I'm glad we can finally agree on something. Anyway, I'm sorry, we keep getting sidetracked. So how are your grades, Cotton?
もうよい、毒気を抜かれたわ。
You have terrible grades, don't you?
よく見抜いたな。
Cotton rides her eyes in astonishment. You sounded awfully confident for someone with bad
わ
grades.
わは姉御様の妹というだけで勝手な期待や希望を持たれることが多いのでな。
When you hit the song, let's get down to
なん
studying.
だと？
I just find it sad because no one would hold any expectation for you if they understood you just a little.
中木、貴様さっきから主たるわわわを全く敬っておらぬな。
Oh, please, I've been treating you as usual.
だが、まあそうだな。そういうのも悪くはないやもな。
Well done, just open your notebook.
じゃあ本当にやるのか？
That's what I've been saying.
さっきから脱線ばかりじゃなかったか？
Oh, how can I ever talk such a sin?
改めて礼話しよう。
What kind of it?
今度ルーンの使い方を教えてやる。
No thanks. I sit down next to Kanan as she finally pulls out her notebook.
じゃあ私たちも。
Like scar feels weird. Context for people that haven't seen it yet. I have a scar on my hand here because I fell on a sliding door fucking rail, whatever you want to fucking call it, as a kid at a birthday party for a friend, and it just fucking... It feels weird sometimes, even now. It is just very unfortunately right on the ball of the hand, so sometimes it is, when it feels weird, it is very annoying while on PC.
そうだね。
コク。
ああ、やっぱゲームでもする？これだけ人数いると通信も楽しいし。
No, we're here to study. There's someone in front of the door just now.
ドアの前に？いや、気づかなかったけどね。
That's my imagination?
よし、見てきてやろう。
Wait up. Just gonna run away, aren't you? Come on, let's keep going. With these conditions, find the area of ratio between a regular n-sided polygon inscribed in a circle and one that is circumscribed outside. Give it a try.
いつの時代も人間は命の理由だの哲学だのくだらぬことで悩むものよ。
We're only calculating the area ratio here.
見せてやれ中木、貴様の力を。
Karate chop her head without a word. Just tell me if you don't understand.
教えてください。
The more we talk, the less respect I hold for her. Or perhaps it's the only way I can keep this group study thing going. Got it. The radius of the circle is 1. The inscribed regular n-sided polygon will have a surface area of 2p divided by n, and can be divided into n triangles whose two sides are 1 in length.
いつまで経っても日本語にはなれぬわ。
Don't really have to start from that.
こうやってると匠もできるかっこいい男に見えるわね。どうしたの水子？
あそこで教えてるの。あれ、私の幼馴
知ってるけど、こっちもなぜか照れてるみたいだね。
染み。てれ。
And stop talking nonsense. I can hear everything. Nonetheless, prolonged concentration is making my brain feel dull.
そろそろ休憩にしようか。お昼ご飯もまだだし、簡単なものなら用意するよ。
Can you?
おお、魔女のくせにでかしたぞ。
君は今やってる問題が解けたらね。
Sounds like a
貴様
plan.
なんか火あがりになれ。
Just like that, I'm spending an eternity with Cotton trying to do her math problem. We're finally allowed to take a break.
で、ちょっとした食べ物って？ああ、連絡して今持ってきてもらっている。
連絡して。魔女 が用意するわけではないのか？そもそもまつりちゃんのお家ってお父さんとお母さんは何かやってるの？
こういうのはルールがあったよね。人に尋ねるときはとかさ。
Musica's family is pretty well known.
へえ。
うちのお父さんは地方議員をやってるんだ。なんかよくわかんないけどね。地元の人間じゃないと分かりづらいと思うけど、昔から守谷はここらじゃ有名な地元の名士なのよ。おじい様は中央の養殖に疲れていたとか、白里の神社とも結びつきは古く深いと聞く。
それはすごいな。もしかしたらお嬢様というやつではないのかい？
いやいや、そんな。
道理でどこか気品を感じさせると思ったよ。
By that moment, someone knocks on the door.
来たみたいだね。
Your friend?
あ、入ってきてくれ。
失礼いたします。
Then she appears before
え、
us.
いや、ブランドメイドさん。お嬢様、頼まれたものをお持ちいたしました。
A respectful bow is simply perfect. He has long golden hair that flows over her shoulders. I could find a better maid anywhere in the world.
ター君、あの人って。
Yeah, she's the lady we saw during the Mermaid Festival. She really exists after all. Since I didn't see her anywhere after that day, I was beginning to think she was just a figment of my imagination. Even now that she's standing in front of me, there's still something surreal about her appearance.
ありがとう。ソンド、ついでだから友人に自己紹介を頼む。
かしこまりました。祭りお嬢様のご学友の皆様、お初にお目にかかります。元諏訪家に仕えさせていただいております三田と申します。以後お見知りおきを。
こうは言うけど、三田はお手伝いさんというよりも私のお姉さんのような人なんだ。
Wow.
事情通の間では元諏訪の血まみれサンタと呼ばれている。
That sounds freakishly scary.
この世にある大体のものは禁止獄できると自負しております。なんて？
Actually, hold on, this one's better just because of Miyavi's expression. Not Miyavi, Matsuri.
彼女に 100% 天然で喋らせるとすぐに場が殺伐としたり血生臭くなるので、私の方で発言禁止語句を設定しているんだ。
つまりはそういうことを話したんだ。
She assumed is compelled by an unimaginable pressure. Glued to the edge of her seat. Surprisingly, it's affecting caught in the same way.
ちなみに本名はルチアという。
So, son, that's just an alias?
ルチアでございます。
That doesn't answer my question. An assertive lady, apparently.
こっちはテスト勉強会をしていてね。休憩に入ったところなんだ。
では後ほどお茶の類もご用意いたしましょうか。
必要になったら頼むかもな。それよりルチア、今話していたところなんだけど、こちらの水香さんがね、どうも地元のお嬢様らしいんだ。
それは水香お嬢様とお呼びしてもよろしいでしょうか。許してください、お願いします。うちにはメイドさんとかいませんから。ツッコミ待ちなの？
ん？何がだい？
そっちのがお嬢様じゃないのとか。
まさか、私なんて全然そんなものじゃないよ。ねえ、ルチア。
はい。お嬢様が黒とおっしゃれば、白いものも黒く染め上げてみせますが。
It's rather easy to white things black, though. Nevertheless, I don't think my input is needed here. The whole gang should already have a good idea of what's going on.
それで何を持ってきていただけたんですか
You'll be falsely tries to change the subject.
こちら、たこ焼きでございます。
Octopus balls.
ちょっと意外なチョイスだね。お嬢様は初めてこの墨の絵にいらした時、たこ焼きを七里様や守谷様にいただき、それから好まれるようになったようでして。
I see.
そんなこともあったね。
I was on the day of the festival, and we took it to the wharf. We tried out food from various food stalls. It was a normal thing to do, so I didn't think too much of it at the time, but indeed Matsuri was beaming with curiosity, saying she never tried it before.
少し照れくさいな。でもいつかまた一緒に食べたいと考えていたんだ。それが叶ってよかったよ。
そこまで言ってくれると嬉しいね。ねえ、開けてもいい？
どうぞ。
かつぶしが踊ってる。
Delectable appearance is enough to make you drool. Sure, it must have been handmade by a famous artisan. Can you tell me where we got it from? I don't think there's any food stalls around now that the festival's long over.
はい。マーメイドという喫茶店の厨房に専用の鉄板ごと搬入させていただきました。
Seriously? Turns out I'm the direct descendant of this famous artisan.
大丈夫だよ。私が常連になるのはもう決まっている。
店主の七里イサナ様も大変喜んでおられました。
As long as mom's fine with it. Although for some reason the godly aura coming from the octopus ball has suddenly vanished from me.
せっかくだ。熱いうちにごちそうになろう。
そうだね。では私はこれで、ご入り用でしたらまた後で伺わせていただきますので。
ありがとう、ルチア。
はい、失礼いたします。
As soon as we see leaves with deep bow, we did that. Ah! We jump at the octopus balls.
これはうまいな、中木。
君はルチアが帰った途端話し始めたね。
Connie can only talk big around people she's close to.
わわわの場合はある意味内弁慶と言えるかもしれぬがな。
What do you mean?
先ほどの会話の裏、精神世界においてあの短い間に7回参ったと言わせてやった。中がトロトロでまだ熱くて口の中をやけどしちゃいそう。さすがはイサナさんだわ。
You like to?
中爆、せめて貴様はわーの話を聞かんか。
Nah, I'm fine.
美味しいです。
God damn it. There's still plenty left to eat, so eat slowly. Ow. My tongue is going numb. Burn my tongue. The hot stuff inside lose as be careful. Shione earnestly covers my cheeks with her hand and puts her face so close to mine that it feels like she's about to embrace me.
下見せてください。
Her tongue is so, her voice is so gentle, it's like a whisper. Wait, before that... Wait. Having her stick her tongue out, I inadvertently mimic her. After examining my tongue with a worry in her eyes... She starts blowing carefully on it with movements much like licking a wound. She's doing it diligently with her eyes closed. Her gestures are so adorably earnest and her breaths make me ticklish. Ugh. Gently press down on her slender shoulder to bring her down from her tiptoes. You don't have to do that, it's too embarrassing. Can't bring myself to stop it when I see the tears in her eyes. Please continue. I'm rendered powerless. While there's no denying that the gentle air coming from her pouty lips is doing wonders for my burn. I can feel everyone's piercing gazes, even though I've deliberately avoided looking at anyone else.
これで大丈夫です。
Top it off, she even blows on my octopus ball to cool him before stepping away from me. The conscience aches as my mind replays the whole incident. Deciding to fake ignorance, opting to keep a low profile until things calm down, I reach in for another octopus ball. And it's Gak, cool it down myself. Have mercy. Looking at her teary eyes makes me want to cry myself. So full. After the incident with Shione, everyone made me eat the rest of the octopus balls as if it were some form of punishment. My stomach is filled to the brim, absolutely stuffed. I don't think I'm gonna need dinner.
そういえばもうすぐ夏休みだけど部活ってどうなるの？
Maybe lightheartedly raised the question, entirely ignoring my pitiful condition. Club activities, huh? Something you'd expect from this kind of club, but yeah, it's not totally out of the question. Kind of coldly interrupts my stream of thought.
そんなものは必要ない。やんないの？見たままだ。わわわは多忙なのじゃよ。
見ても全然わからないけど。
Well, if Cowan's against it, maybe we can call it off.
あれ？ター君って学校のイベントを積極的にやりたいんじゃなかったっけ？
We aren't doing much as a club anyway. Making everyone come during breaks, kind of excessive, not to mention.
なんじゃ重木。やぶから棒に見つめてくるでないわ。
Gotta maybe the same type as Shione. It's not wise to interfere with her plans if she has any. There's a chance we might stop her from gaining important life experiences.
ちなみに何をする予定なのか 差し支えなければ聞かせてもらえないかな。
自己研鑽じゃ。わわわの能力を高めるため。
Plans are getting a bit iffy. Can you explain in more detail?
なんじゃ呪縛。貴様もやるか。マインスイーパーを。
マインスイーパー？
マインスイーパ
マインスイーパー。
Mortals repeat the name of the Dark Art and all. Only Shionne with her naivete starts fretting, her eyes darting around in confusion. It's kind of silly to explain, but Minesweep is a game where you find the mines hidden on the squares that are arranged in the grid. There's a number of each square that indicates the number of mines lying under the 8 connecting squares, and you're supposed to open all the squares without stepping on the mines.
あれの難易度の高いのをな、失敗せずにクリアすると世界から認められたような気分になる。
能力を高めるというのは？
初手が地雷にならぬよう配置されるものも多いがな。わわわは電脳世界に侵攻することで身の程知らずどもの鼻っ柱を折ってやっておるのよ。
おそらくネットサーフィンをして誰かの作ったフラッシュゲームの類で遊んでいるんだね。
That's all. Certainly didn't sound like that.
それは大変なことなのかな？
常にそうではあるが、一手目から地雷を踏むと自分の全存在を否定されたような気がして非常に鬱だ。しかもそれが結構頻繁にあるのでな、わわわの闇から放たれし直感の出番というわけだ。
Is it really that big of a deal? Go about a sense
あ
of
と
all.
鬱の時に地雷を踏んで画面が赤くなるとかなりへこむ。初心者にはおすすめできぬ。
Enough explanation. Doesn't mean you're going to play that game throughout the entire summer.
恐るべき時間泥棒よ。だがそうやって楽しませてくれた分、わわわはさらなる強大な力を得るであろうよ。
You just fucking hand on shoulder. Money match me in Street Fighter.
先生、
Yeah, he shrieks at me in desperation.
これでも部活をしないっておっしゃるんですか？あの子を救ってあげてください。
Not gravely while stroking my imaginary beard. I've been enlightened. Let's keep the club active during summer. A heroic decision triggered an applause from the audience.
なんかわからんが全否定された気分じゃ。
Cancel all your plans. Just give up and do what we say.
ねえ、夏休み何やる何する？
Ignoring Conan, who's winning in despair, the other members are already musing about the coming
実
vacation.
行云々はともかく思いつくことをあげましょう。
打ち上げもいいが手持ちも風情があって私は好きだね。
夏の夜なら肝試しでしょう。まあ個人じゃなかなかやんないんだけどね、実際。スイカ割りとか
サンオイル塗ってくれるかな？
Why are you asking me?
日焼けはしたくないよね。
あとは部活なんだから合宿とか。
あ、それ楽しそう。ぜひ実現させたいね。
しおねちゃんはどう？
盆踊りとか行きたいかなって。あるある。かりんちゃんのとこで。
毎年人形祭り程度は盛り上がるな。
個人的には墨の絵の伝承探索もしたいね。
付き合っちゃう部活なんだから。
あとはセミ取り？
それはいい。
なんだか突然みやびちゃんが巣に。
もっと楽しそうなこと想像しなさいよね。
星とか見てみたり。
ほらちゃんと聞いた？今のが女子力よ。
難しいよ。クルージングもいいね。
こっちはこっちでたまに水準が違うこと言うけど、わわわの力で日食や月食を見せてやろうか。この子はノーコメントで。
Hey, that's gonna damn the mood, but can't exactly let things get out of control. I remind you all that we're still in the middle of a group study.
だからよ、ご褒美が多ければ多いほど辛い今を乗り切ろうと思えるんじゃない。
I get that, but I'm concerned that we're going to waste all our time and stamina on the wrong things here.
何よブブー。匠だって夏休みは楽しみでしょ。かき氷、焼きとうもろこし、焼肉、お鍋、ジンギスカン。
Well, stop that. I'm gonna hurl if you keep reminding me of food. Half the stuff mentioned didn't even have anything to do with summer. This one was about to give up on our study group. Someone suddenly knocks on the door. It's the second time today.
また魔女メイドか？
呼んだ覚えはないのだけど。
姿を見せようものなら今度こそ出会いが。
I caught it.
失礼します。
Zato!
皆さんこんにちは。
I wish I could have seen that coming. some terror events as everyone bracing
カリンっ
themselves.
てばテストが終わったのに帰ってこないから、もしやと思って来てみれば案の定なんですもの。
ごめんなさい。
まあ皆さんに勉強を教えていただいていたようですから不問にしますけど、皆さんありがとうございました。いえ、可愛らしい妹さんですね。そう言っていただけると嬉しいです。
Contrast to Shirosato's smiles, Karen grinds her teeth in frustration. I'm sure Matsuri meant exactly what she said, though. Shirosato, if it's not too much trouble for you, could you help us study as well?
その前に
Shows the paper bag around.
皆さんお昼抜きのようでしたが、それでは考えもまとまらないでしょ。実は私が皆さんを確認したのは少し前のことでして。
お姉ちゃん。
あ
Our collective perplexity pretty much tells the whole
ら、
story.
そうでしたか。そうですよね。ごめんなさい。なんだかかえって気を使わせてしまって。
She hastily hides the paper bag behind her. No, it's a sin to waste food, isn't it? Senpai, if you're not going to eat that, can I have it instead? I'm still a little hungry. Ignoring the non-believers who have promptly resumed their studying, I proceed to open the lunchbox. Oh, just as expected, looks amazing.
空腹こそ最高の調味料。こういうことされても私は嬉しくないし感謝もしませんから。
What are you talking about? Looks like she's fully aware of my current condition. Nonetheless, sin is a sin. I wouldn't have passed up a delicacy mentioned only in fables. The waste of food handmade by Kaede would be punishable by death. Dig it in. Clap my hands together and bow, fully prepared for my holy task.
どうぞご勝手に。別に構いませんから。
Well done. That's... So. Oh, yes. Different, I see.
どうなんです？口にしたなら味の感想くらい言うのは礼儀でしょ。
That's the best.
そうですか。
That's one more of sheer relief she
ま
continued.
あどうだっていいんですけどね。
She's putting on her serious expression again. It's really good. So good, super
だ
delicious.
からっていちいち言わなくていいです。
Excuse me. After group study, I return home and go to the materials once more. Stop after making sufficient progress and proceed to into the bathroom. I have to be careful, don't I? After all the things they said about happy accidents and whatnot. Gotcha. I get it. I see what you're putting down. Alright, I think it's safe. Shuna seems to be sleeping soundly in a room, exhausted from all the brain-wrecking activities we did today. However, a wise man once said accidents tend to happen while you're least prepared. Wash my body and sink into the bathtub. All in all, we're living together without any problems whatsoever. Kind of expected it to be more eventful now that I'm living on the same roof with a girl. Maybe that was meant to be. Hey, what was meant to happen has already happened. There's some more yet to come. So our break begins right after the last final. Everything goes by so fast. Maybe something's already changing without me realizing it. That fateful moment. What was that? Someone just opened the door to the dressing room. Wasn't just my imagination. I can see the silhouette of someone over the frosted glass dividing the bathroom at the dressing room. I can even hear them taking off their clothes. Don't tell me, Shione. Is it really gonna happen? No way, I can't just brace myself. I gotta do something. I'm naked as a jaybird right now. Hey, I'm already in here. Be careful, or you have to sleep. Whatever my desperate plea is all for nothing. It's Mizuka, and she's butt fucking naked. And she's saying it's been a while. Ah! It's Mizuka! She leaps into the bathroom. Gravity sure works wonders with large honkers. No, stop. My self-control is still working. Mizuka, you not again!
なんかね、
Now
ま
the
たうち
bathroom
のお
is
風呂壊れ
acting
ちゃっ
weird
た
again.
み
It's
た
such a
い。
pain, Mizuka says. No! You're being a pain! I warned you about this bat thing for years, haven't I?
私は言ってな
Where's
い
my
の。
say in that, Mizuka says. That's not the problem here.
たーくん詰めて。
Takun goes to the
私も
side
湯
and
船
coming
に。
in, Mizuka says. Don't lift your leg! How am I
そう
supposed
し
to
な
get
い
into
と
the
湯
bathtub
船に
then,
入れ。
Mizuka? I mean, I saw it. Oh, gotta delete it from my memory. My heart's about to explode. This is Mizuka's worst defense as a childhood friend. She still takes baths with me. Somehow to her, we haven't changed one bit since we were little. Ugh. Feels like I'm deceiving a naive girl into doing things for my own pleasure. The guilt is killing me. And this is the proof of the trust she owes for me as family. All these dirty thoughts in my head only make me feel worse. Is this how family's supposed to be like? No, of course not. It's not like... It's only like this because I'm so pathetic.
どうしたの？大きなため息なんかついちゃって。
What song letting out a big sigh like that? Mizuka says. It's just... Mizuka says. Just a second ago, I was thinking about how things are changing. A thing like this, it makes me feel like maybe nothing has really changed at all.
Yay!
Yeah, Mizuka says. Hey, stop tracing my leg with your fingers. Bam. Don't press against my back.
もしもしはるかこんばんは。久しぶり。さっきみーちゃんがうちに来たからちゃんと匠に送らせる。で、あんたんとこまたお風呂壊れたんだって？あんな高い。お風呂壊れてない？ああ、そう。はてさて、どう？
それでは皆さん、いよいよ夏休みが始まります。勉強、家族、友達、いろいろあるかと思いますが、水の事故や病気、あと海水浴客や観光客に当てられて羽目を外しすぎないよう節度を持ってくださいね。
Just because tourists mess around sometimes doesn't mean you have to do the same. Remember that.
特にまだこっちに越してきたばかりの片貝さんと元諏訪さんは人の多さに驚くかも。
ご忠告痛み入ります。
あら、片貝さん、片貝さん、しおねちゃん、しおねちゃん。
あっちゃー、上の空ね。
片貝しおねさん。
Oh no, she did the thing.
片貝さん、先生、まだお母さんって呼ばれる年じゃないと信じたいんだけどな。
Look at it the other way around. She looks young enough to be your kid.
すみません。
大丈夫。俺たちは全く全然これっぽっちもそんなこと思ってないよ、お母さん。
夏休み中にきっといい相手が見つかるって。本当はまだ20代前半なのに。おっとりした雰囲気でいつもみそじに間違えられてるお母さん、ファイトー。みんなせいぜい素敵な夏
休みを送ってよね。
I'll take the teacher. お母さんがまた逃げたぞ。おい、みんなで追ってお母さんを夏休み前最後の胴上げだ。
Whole class springs up from their chairs.
考え事が好きみたいだね。
That's what he approaches me while I'm watching my classmates in silence.
それとも彼女のことに限ってはなのかな。
He asked me the same thing that time when Shione was surrounded by her classmates. Do you always say whatever's on your mind?
このクラスは仲がいいね。
Excuse me? Can't you catch up with how fast she brings up new topics?
ほら、片貝さんも固まってないでいこ
う。このクラスは仲がいいね。
Repeating the same line. Oh, I don't hate that about him. Head over towards Shione partly to run away from
片貝さん、ナイスネーミング。やっとしっくりするのが来たって感じだったわ。
私
ざとじゃなくて。
You nailed it, Shione. Must have been waiting for this chance since day one, eh?
マジでか、片貝さん。
そんなことないです。本当です。
Gotta do better or else you're gonna forever be as known as Shione the Little Devil.
匠さん、意地悪です。
Everyone, just to be clear, I was just joking, alright.
たーくん、しおねちゃんには弱いよね。私はあんたにも大概だと思うけど。
So, Shione, about what happened back there? Lowered my voice so that it's only audible to her. Maybe perhaps seems to me like she's just been thinking about her mother.
おーい、七里たちも早く行こうぜ。このままじゃお母さんに逃げられちまう。ってあれ、俺今もしかしてなんかやっちゃいました。
Noticing the look in her eyes, he kind of softens his voice. No, it's nothing. Let's go. That's something I should be talking about here in the first place.
私のせいで先生が。
いや、あれはいい仕事だったから気にする必要ないよ。
Everyone's just having fun, so go and join
匠
in.
さんがそうおっしゃるなら。
Okay.
どうして俺の名前は匠じゃないんだ。
Be thankful she didn't, or you'd feel even worse in this situation. Taking a deep breath and turned to the classmates who are still hanging around the classroom. Brothers and sisters! Let us follow our beloved leader and merrymaker, Sir Ikaruga!
七里、お前好きあらばいじる対象を俺にまでシフトさせようとしてないか。
Summer break.
というわけで、我が U ウェーブは夏休みに入ってまず何をやるべきでしょうか。
Feels like a good place to end it. Anyways, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye bye.